Okay, simulan ko ulit sa attendance. Mr. Garcia, Ms. Manokdok, Mr. Maramot, and Mr. Jamal. Okay, since everyone is here, welcome. Let us begin our meeting for today. The agenda for our meeting is to distribute the tasks to be given to the people here, which will be the factors for finishing our feasibility or business report regarding the installation of notice speakers here in Mapua. So, first of all, before we execute this kind of feasibility, do all of you here are in favor of having these notice speakers in the classroom? Example of places like classrooms and corridors.
I think it's possible. It's very good for the students to have notice speakers since it will give them better informed of the things going around.
Yeah.
Does anyone agree?
Yes.
I agree. I'm fine with it.
Because before we perform this kind of report, we should question ourselves regarding this. Then, our objectives in this feasibility report is first one is to have, or let's say, is to question the students if they are in favor of installing these notice speakers. Then the second objective is to come up with a cost projection, or let's say an estimation of how much will be the project. For example, the installation fees, the speakers itself, then how many speakers will be installed, depending on the place. Yes, depending on the place to be installed. Then another objective is to come up, the main objective of our report is to come up with a detailed recommendation about these notice speakers that will be beneficial for the students here, including us. Well, of course, because we are students. Then, about the distribution of tasks. First, we have to consider the things that we need to do in order, or let's say, the things we have to consider in order for this to be effective. The first question is, before we plan to distribute the tasks, or let's say the tasks that we'll be creating, what are the different things that we have to consider in our report? Anyone?
First,
Mr. Garcia.
I think we need to revise our survey question since I think the second question is inappropriate. So, for example, I think we should change the second question. So, we should change it to ask what kind of notice speakers do the students want. For example, is it a one-way speaker or a two-way speaker? We should disregard the places where it will be put. And we could simplify our task by just considering putting one set per classroom.
Moreover, I want to change the question in number 1 or just to revise it. Because the question is if the student wanted to have that notice speaker. But I think that speaker may cause class disturbance. So we need to put a specific time and specific way to use those speakers. For example, in cases of emergencies or in cases of important or announcement of important news here in the campus.
Okay, so anyone else? Mr. Ramo and Mr. Giovanto?
By the way, what is the one-way and two-way
Speakers.
speaker? Yeah. May you clarify for us?
A one-way speaker is a speaker that transmits sound just, or let's say it is just a one-sided speaker where it only transmits one way, or let's say it only transmits through the speakers through a certain, let's say through a certain speaker. Then it is only to be heard